Alright, welcome to Dave's HadeNuFF Show, episode 42. We got some new guests and some previous guests, as always. How's it going, Natasha Mabry?
Maybe.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, you can just
Mabry.
call me Mabry.
Okay.
Just call me that guy.
Mabry, okay. How's it going, Mabry?
Tired. It's been a while.
Alright, glad to have you. And how's it going, Grapachi?
Yo, what's up? Nothing much.
Alright. I guess we're going to do, it might be a short podcast like last week, because I don't have too many topics to talk about, so I do have a few. I didn't really watch too much gaming news this week, but I did see what do you guys think with the whole DLC thing, how it's 4 characters for $30? You get 4, I mean, it's what is it, Grimpachi? Is it like guest characters and iconic? They call it iconic characters.
For Mortal Kombat, yeah, I think it's 4 guest characters. I think Jason's one of them. I always judge DLC like this. If the full game, if I feel like I got a full game, right? And I feel the DLC is truly extra content. Like the last Mortal Kombat, the DLC was extra content. I mean, if it's just like that, well, then I don't see a problem. But it kind of depends, because last time we didn't know Freddy was coming out or all those extra characters. So it may make you feel some type of way, like, are these characters done? Because last time, because we didn't know these characters even existed, they could have worked on them later. So if the characters are already ready and they took them out of the game, which we don't know for sure if they took them out the game or not, we don't know. But I just look at it, hey, did I get a full $60 title? How much you paid for it? If you feel like whatever you paid for, you got your money's worth and you want to get the extra content, I don't see the big deal.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I'm with you on that. What about you, Mabry? What do you think about the whole Mortal Kombat DLC? Have you heard anything about it or looked into it at all? We were talking a little bit before the podcast. You said you're like half and half with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I'm kind of half and half with Mortal Kombat. I've never been much of a tactical player that like these kind of games require. I'm always the kind of person that mashes the punch button. But I kind of agree with Grimpachi here that if you do get your money's worth and you feel that you paid your $60 and the content is all there, but you still want that little bit, then DLC is more power to you. You know, like, I can't spend your money, but I guess we'll just have to see how it rolls out. And but I'm a DLC fan, like DLCs. I like to have it all, so I'll probably pick it up as well as the game, but we'll just have to see how it rolls.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. DLC is a good thing and it's a bad thing. I think it's like with these. I was talking to Old Dirty today on the phone. Somebody's usually on the podcast, and we were talking about DLC and how they're going about it with fighting games. I think it's going to be a bad thing. I think we're going to lose. The customers are going to lose on this one. Because you got a game like Dead or Alive that just came out, and that's like, I think, like $40 if you buy everything. But I think eventually I don't know if that's everything or not, but I see all these like different skins and different clothes you could buy. I mean, after buying a lot of that shit, you're going to be spending a lot more than $60. You know? And it's a free-to-play game. Just like Killer Instinct on Xbox One. You got to buy these seasons, $20 a pop or whatever they're selling them for, and when you buy all these seasons, what's the game going to come out to be $100 and something when it's all said and done? Like, that's fucking nuts. And I see it just becoming. I think DLC is going to be really bad with fighting games because I haven't really gotten to fighting games in years. I used to play a lot of them in the arcade. I used to play Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat back in the '90s in the arcade. And just with this whole DLC thing and getting back into fighting games, I'm seeing how they do it. That's bad, you know. I went and bought the Mortal Kombat X Collector's Edition. That's why I'm kind of talking about it in this podcast today. Because I want to know from you two guys, would you buy the collector's edition for $164, Grumpachi, with what you get with it?
What do you get with the collector's edition?
All right, what I'm getting with mine. All right, I'm getting an exclusive Scorpion figurine that's certified and all that. You get an in-game gold Scorpion skin inspired by the figurine that they're making. I get the Combat Pack, which is pretty much the $30 DLC. They're calling it a Combat Pack, which includes access to 4 add-on players, characters from classic Mortal Kombat's and iconic guest characters, and that's it. You know, you probably get a box. You know, basically, I guess you're paying. This is why I got it. I'll tell you this, because I was looking at the premium edition, like the one that has like the game and the extra characters, and if you buy the physical copy of it, it's $100. If you buy the digital, it's like $89. Okay, so I go buy that, the one with all the characters and everything for $100. But for 50 more bucks, I can get the statue and have the nice box and everything else. I mean, since I'm already spending $100, why not just spend 50 more? That's the way I looked at it. You know, I mean, it sounds crazy, but that's what you get with it. And that's not the only collector's edition they have. They got one for $180. And I think the only difference with this one is you get I'm wanting to say a comic book and like a steel bookcase, and it says various in-game items. So that's the only difference you get from the $150 one.
For me, I probably would look at the statue or whatever for like 5 minutes, say it's cool, and it will probably just sit somewhere in my room, so taking up space. So I probably wouldn't get that bundle. I'd probably just get the base game.
Okay. Now, would you get the premium with the characters, or would you be all right not using, like, did you like using Freddy Krueger and all them in the other Mortal Kombat 9?
Yeah, I like using those characters, but I didn't get any of the DLC characters or any DLC in Mortal Kombat. I bought the game when it first came out, and I just waited so long after the fact, and then the next thing I know, it's what did they call it? Mortal Kombat Collection. Came with everything for $20.
Yeah, I think it's either that or it's I think it's called the collection. I think you got it right. We could be wrong. I don't want to quote that.
Well, I know.
The complete version.
Yes, Mortal Kombat Complete Edition. What I did was I bought that, had all the DLC, and I just gave away my original copy to like one of my cousins or something. I mean, yeah, I probably just do that. You know, if I really want the game, like right now, I'll get it. And if I get it on anything, I'm probably going to get it on PC. So I can't give it away. So I'm gonna have to just buy the season pass whenever I want it. But I'm gonna always make sure that the DLC they're releasing on season pass, I want them all. If I don't want them all, then I just buy what I want. Then the rest just, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I'm a weirdo when it comes to this stuff. Like, when I buy a game, I want the full game. Like, I do not stand for all this bullshit DLC, but if I'm interested in the game, I buy the DLC. Like, I don't go all crazy in, like, Last of Us and buy, like, all the gestures and bullshit like that. I'll buy the guns and stuff like that. But with, like, fighting games, I think I want all the characters. That's why I was going to get, because they're giving you, like, I think there's 4 choices. You got the $180 Collector's Edition. You got the $150 Collector's Edition, which is available everywhere. And I think the $181, that's a collector's, I don't know where, that's like the harder one to get. The $181, the $151, that's everywhere. It's available everywhere. And then they got another $180 one that's only available on Amazon. Then they got a Mortal Kombat X Premium Edition. It's $90, available only in download, which comes with the Combat Pack, and it's available for PS3, PS4, 360, Xbox One, and PC. That was the one I was thinking on getting, because I usually buy a lot of digital games, but I wanted to get the box and everything, I guess, for this one, just for the hell of it, because it's my birthday, too, this month, so I bought it, this is like a birthday present to myself.
Wow.
Then they have a Mortal Kombat, thank you, Mortal Kombat X Limited Edition, $95. So that's versus the one on digital you get for $90, or you can go spend $5 more and buy it at GameStop, which comes out to about $100, like I said. So that's for the you know, you get the exclusive Scorpion skin, you know, with different clothes and shit. You get the combat pack and the combat pack. That's what you get. And then that's it. I think that's all. Let's bring up another topic to do with Mortal Kombat. Which guest characters, since they revealed Jason Voorhees, what are the other three you think there's going to be? Mabry, you first, or Grimpachi, whoever wants to go first.
He can go first.
I know nothing about Mortal Kombat, so.
Oh, okay, then Grimpachi, you go right at it.
I mean, since they're guest characters, it could be anybody. I mean, let's think. More than likely,
well, you want me to tell you?
Well, what's that?
Okay.
I was saying
more. You want me to tell you who the possibilities are?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I watched some videos of people that, you know, have been tweeting, like, all the developers and all this bullshit and getting different information, looking through, like, Warner Brothers and all, like, DC and, you know, everything to do with Mortal Kombat. Who could possibly be a guest character? And from all the tweets back from developers, a lot of these people have figured out and I guess Spawn is one of them. Spawn. The guy from Watchmen, I don't know his exact name, but if you ever saw the movie Watchmen, the guy with the ink on his face,
yeah, okay.
And the mask, he's one. I don't know his name. That's one. And Predator is a big maybe. Predator.
Now, I have one.
But what I thought would be cool, okay, if Freddy was in the last one and they added Jason this one, why not have Freddy versus Jason too? Why not just have it where you can fight Freddy and Jason?
That would make sense. They may do that, but it may not be a part of, because that would be kind of weird that you're getting a character, you're getting Freddy again, like you got to pay for him again. Maybe like they'll have another pass, or maybe they'll just release him later. But I got a feeling that Batman may be one of the characters.
Ooh.
And the only reason why I say that is because it's not far-fetched, because Batman in Mortal Kombat will work, seeing as Arkham Knight is rated M, right? So, I mean, Batman has killed people before. It's not like he hasn't. So, it's possible that we can see Batman murdering people.
That would be cool. Another speculation, I don't know if you guys watch horror movies or not, was It the Clown from Stephen King. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, Pennywise. He was another one. Not many people, I mean, I don't know if a lot of people know the movie It, but that'd be he'd have some cool fatalities, like turn into the spider or something. I noticed they like horror movies. Like, they always do something with horror. I have a good feeling that Freddy could be in it. The developer said no or something, but they could just be saying that. That would be a cool thing, Freddy versus Jason. But I think the Predator is definitely going to be in it, most likely, because that one I hear a lot. Predator. They keep saying it. There's been even speculation of Chucky being in it. But I don't see how they can pull Chucky off, like Child's Play. That's crazy.
More than likely, they're going to pick Warner Brothers IPs, though, I think. You know, so
I think Batman would be a good guess. A good guess. That's a good one. I haven't heard that one yet, but I could see Batman in there.
Well, Scorpion was in Injustice, so it wouldn't be far-fetched for them to bring somebody from Injustice to Mortal Kombat.
But you gotta think this too. Now, in the comics, does Batman kill anybody? Because he'd have to kill somebody in Mortal Kombat.
It depends on which Batman. There's a Batman that actually used to shoot people. He had a gun. He was an older Batman, so it just depends on which Batman we're talking. But we were focusing on, like, Batman necessarily doesn't have to. I mean, he doesn't have to necessarily kill someone in Mortal Kombat, but he can beat them up. He can beat them to death. I'm not saying Batman's going to be ripping people apart in half or something like that, but, you know, they could do something subtle, like he runs them over with his car, or, like, I don't know, beats the shit out of them until they're dead. Or I don't know, but.
Are you hyped for Mortal Kombat at all, Grimpachi, or?
Yeah, I know.
Mabry said he's like half and half. Are you a day one? Are you picking up day one, or you're gonna wait? You said, or?
Oh, I'm gonna wait, cause you know, I'm buying it on PC too. So I definitely want to wait. I don't know how that will run. I need to. The last one ran perfectly fine, so I always want to make sure.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about Mortal Kombat a little bit. I guess we'll go into Uncharted. Okay, Uncharted 4 being delayed. Now, the reason why, to me, this is a big issue, what is coming for the PS4 other than Uncharted 4 for holiday that's really worth talking about? Let's be honest.
Nothing, really.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay, so I remember back at E3 this past year, everybody was pretty happy. Sony's kicking ass. Nintendo's going to just dominate. Remember Nintendo won and all this shit? What's going on with these exclusives this year? You even had fucking Quantum Break delayed, right? Isn't that delayed till 2016?
No, that's a rumor, and they debunked it.
That's a...
Aaron Greenberg came out. Aaron Greenberg came out and said the guy that said it was delayed doesn't work for Microsoft, and then the guy came out and said, yeah, that was just my opinion. It was not. I don't work for them. I don't know. But they didn't say, if it was or wasn't. Aaron Greenberg just came out and said that this guy's information is wrong. Like, we never announced it to be delayed. So who knows? But
okay, but that's it. So it's a rumor, but it's kind of debunked. Okay, so that might be coming out this year. But still, in general, when it comes to exclusives for these consoles, there ain't shit really coming. If it wasn't for third party, like everybody likes to bitch at third party's what's holding the industry together. Like, I'm sorry. If it wasn't for third party, we'd be fucked. So Sony, without Uncharted this year, they got Bloodborne this month. Okay, other than that, what you got? No Man's Sky. You got a few other exclusives. Are they really worth talking about to be rushing out? Like, for a person that don't... What now?
You've got a ton of indie games.
Well, I'm just saying indie games, but are you talking about exclusive indie games?
No.
No, okay. I mean, I'm just saying, what's the reason?
There's no exclusives coming out for the PS4 that I can see this year. And then I'm a PC person, but I like consoles. I think the PS4 is really good. And Uncharted 4, I'm kind of also very disappointed it's been delayed, just because I like the Uncharted series. And seeing that it has been delayed, even if it's a few months can still mean people taking back their pre-buy things. Pre-orders, yeah. People taking back their pre-orders, and then they're losing sales. And unless they've got a good reason to, I'm going to bring in GTA 5 for example. GTA 5 for PC has been delayed for about a year and a half now, about a year. But their reason is that they're making the game better, and they even showed this through gameplays and trailers that the game does look a lot better. But I haven't seen anything for Uncharted 4. They're just like, oh, it's delayed. Sorry. So what? There's no reason. So they didn't. I didn't see too many videos about this. I got to see Grimpachi. You did a video about it. I got to see part of it because my phone was dying that day. I got to comment and stuff. What is your overall thoughts about it? What do you know about this? Have they gave any reason why this is delayed? I haven't heard of any reason.
The only reason I saw was that they said that they wanted to make sure that it was polished and it worked correctly, which I don't know why developers say that, because it's like, that's to be expected. It's not like, that's a given. Your game should work, period. So, I mean, it being delayed, I said in my video, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, as a fan of Uncharted, it's a little disappointing, a little bit, not really, but I don't want them to I don't want the game to be out broken. I don't want the game to come out with bugs and glitches or anything like that. So if they need to take their time, that's what they need to do. But like you said, what is out for the 4 this year? I mean, I'm a big fan of Bloodborne, not Bloodborne, of FromSoft. So that's going to be a game I'm interested in. But the mass majority is they're not going to care about that. So if you're talking about what's the game for everybody that everybody can get into, I don't know. it was Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
And that's gone.
I mean, that's the bit. That was like one of the biggest games this year. That was everybody besides, like, if you go to Nintendo, you got Zelda, and then I guess Xbox Halo 5 still coming out, right?
Halo 5 sucks.
I'm not looking forward to Halo.
I am not
I know
looking forward
people
to
like
Halo
it.
anymore. I loved Halo. I loved the series, but they're just
Yeah.
killing it now. They are literally punching it in the face.
Uh-huh.
That is a huge slap to the face to anyone who loves the Halo series. Like, I've played Halo 1 all the way through 4. I loved every single one of them, but ever since Halo 4, I was just seriously dying to not play the game.
Mm-hmm.
It just downright sucked. It felt like Call of Duty, flat out.
Well, that's what they do. They turn these games into Call of Duty because they have some thing in their head that they have to think every game's supposed to be like Call of Duty. Like I don't know why they think that. I guess because they think they see Call of Duty's like numbers that they sell, and they just figure everybody wants that.
Yeah, but everyone
You
wants
know?
simple gameplay, but simple gameplay is not always the best gameplay.
Mm-hmm. Well, people like simple stuff.
Some
That's
people
like it goes with
stuff.
music too.
But the problem is
Yeah,
that when everything is simple, there's nothing to challenge people, and so people that like challenging games, they can't get a game that's challenging. You know, if you push one button and it throws like 5 grenades and you kill 20 people, what's the fun in that? There's no fun at all. There's no challenge. So then people won't play the game, and so then in turn people turn away from Call of Duty. You know how many people still play Call of Duty nowadays? Like half the people that bought them. You realize that? Like when the game first launched, it had like millions of people buy it, and the servers were loaded for millions of people, and then now it's like half of what it was. Because people got bored of it very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think making your game simple, like dead simple, is a good idea. Which I'm kind of interesting to see.
You got people nowadays. Like I'm not throwing any names out there or anything. I was talking to a guy once on YouTube, and I'm not downing him or anything. He's my friend. But he talked to me about a couple different games, and we got on a discussion about the game Metro Last Light. He didn't like it because how they went about saving the game and all that stuff, and he found it hard, and he had to restart the game, I guess, and all that. You know, he liked playing games on easy, but stuff like that. You got people, when they do get a challenge, they don't like it, because I'd like to take a lot of these gamers and bring them back in the days to like Tomb Raider, how they used to be, compared to what Tomb Raider is now, and try to play that fucking Tomb Raider compared to this bullshit-ass Tomb Raider that is just a cakewalk. Like, I'm just being real. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad game, but it's not a challenge at all. Like, it's not. You know? And I say one thing about Nintendo, they still give you a challenge sometimes.
Yes, but see, the thing is that what I like to see now is that, especially with Nintendo, their games are still challenging, but there's still an easy mode. You know, there's still an easy way through the game if you play it easy. While I like to see games where it's like, you want to play easy, you just set it to easy mode and it's easy. But if you want a challenge, just set it to hard. But when it comes to multiplayer, come on. Just come on. You can't make it dead simple. I find Call of Duty so simple. I can throw a grenade and get kills. Really easy. It's too simple. While the campaigns at the same time, I just set them all to ultra, like ultra high, and I can still beat them. You know.
See, I play all my games like this. Is how I've always been. I'm not a trophy hunter or nothing like that. I like to play my game on the hardest difficulty and beat the game and call it a day. That's just how I've always been. Now, if a game just has no, you know, if you can't change the difficulty, like a game like Assassin's Creed, that's fine, you know, whatever. But if I can set it to the highest difficulty, I will. Like I beat, what the hell was the last one? Wolfenstein on Uber. That was cool. Like, it was a challenge, and I enjoyed it. And now I'm playing Resident Evil Revelations 2 on hard, you know, and that's a somewhat challenging. Not like the first one. I'm not having that much of a difficulty like I was with Revelations 1 on their super mode. But on whatever it's called, I think it was, I forgot the name of it. It had a specific name for it. But I like putting games on hard and get a challenge. I don't like walking through a game. If I play, I was talking to this guy too, and I'm not putting any names out there, but he's just rushing through games, like going through games like Diablo and all these games. And I'm like, how is he doing this? Because he's playing the fucking games on easy. and he's complaining there's no games. I was like, well, jack that fucking difficulty up, and you won't be rushing through these games so damn fast.
Yeah.
I know recently there was a video I saw from my boy Joe, where he was talking about people like comparing gamer penises about playing games on harder difficulty. He was saying he likes to play games on easy. He likes to have fun when he plays his games. Going back to sorry, I didn't get your name. Your name is what? Natasha?
Mabry.
Yeah,
Mabry.
Yeah, just call me Mabry.
Yeah, going back to Mabry, like I've played Call of Duty. I play Halo. Halo to me, like the older ones, are way better. Like Halo 4 was okay at best, but I find myself now like really enjoying like stuff like Counter-Strike, just because like I didn't understand it at first. I like Counter-Strike and I like Insurgency because it's not a simplistic, okay, I shoot you, you just die. I noticed that in Call of Duty, I can shoot you anywhere, you're gonna die. That's not how Counter-Strike works. That game has a formula to it, and some people like that challenge. Some people don't. Like my boy Joe, he doesn't. He likes to play stuff on easy. I don't think it's a big deal, but it does for people like me and Mabry. It does get a little monotonous if you keep playing games that are simple and you want something to scratch your itch. It's not it's not too many multiplayer games, especially on consoles that do that.
Yeah. Well, consoles aren't meant to be challenging. They're meant to be plug and play and go.
True, but I mean, Halo, I played that on a console. You know what I'm saying? That was a little bit. It wasn't extremely challenging, but it was enough to satisfy.
Try playing Super Mario on the original NES controllers. Have fun.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, let's go. I'm just going back, but we went a little off topic, but not too bad. With the whole Uncharted 4 thing, now that they don't got that PS4, pretty much, do you think this is a good thing for Sony with the PS4 this year? I mean, I don't think it's going to hurt the console sales because that console's still selling like hotcakes.
But the 3DS just outpassed console sales. But that's
it did?
a tangent. Yep.
Yeah.
There was a news post that says the 3DS just outsold the Xbox One or PS4.
Oh, okay.
But, that's off on another tangent.
I mean, I don't. How would I put it? When it comes to Uncharted 4, it's not big. All right, so I was talking to certain people on PSN about. I wasn't figuring out why people were freaking out and getting mad, so upset about the order, right? And why they were damage controlling the order so much, and it was because someone I was talking to was like, well, they believe, and I kind of agree with them, like that the order was supposed to be that game for PlayStation fans to say, "Ha, we got a game that no one else has, and this is our big AAA exclusive." And then it ended up coming out, and a lot of people didn't like it. Bloodborne, we all know this. A lot of Sony fans can say that they're going to get it, they're going to play it, but let's be honest, that's not a game for everybody. A lot of them may get it, they're not going to touch it like that. They're not going to play it. So Uncharted was supposed to be that game, that next game. If the Order didn't do it, then Uncharted is supposed to. But now that Uncharted's not there, the Xbox seems to have more exclusives that are, I would say, a little bit more relevant, like Halo, Tomb Raider, and Quantum Break. Then you got Nintendo they all pretty much just only have exclusives. The PlayStation 4 this year doesn't look too hot when it comes to exclusive games. Oh, by the way, Jake wants to get in the podcast.
Yeah, I'll send him an invite. I think I've sent him an invite. Maybe it might, because I sent you an invite. Like, I usually send it on, it says circles and everyone, and I have you in those, that section of whatever this is in Google, and I thought it sent you an invite. Maybe it don't do that. Maybe I have to do specific names again. Yeah, I think, in my opinion, this is a bad thing for Sony, because that was like their big game holiday, so I think they're going to have to pull a rabbit out of the fucking hat soon. Because, is Street Fighter V coming out this year?
I doubt it.
See, I mean, what's coming out? I mean, that's why I don't understand what people are, My thing about the PS4, I love it, because I like third-party games, so I don't play PC, so out of the consoles, I'm going to go for third-party, where the PS4, because I think that's where the better third party is of game quality and everything, and that's where my friends are on PS4. But when it comes to exclusives, it's not looking too good for Sony. It's pretty bad. No, I'm just being honest.
You know what I would do if I was Sony, and I really wish a lot of other companies did this at the same time. I can understand, waiting to release a game so you can polish it, because I used to make a lot, like some games back in the day, and I understand the issues of making a good game and flattening out all the bugs. But at the same time, it's, in my opinion, better to have something than nothing.
Yeah.
Even if it's like a 2-level game demo, like just 2 or 3 levels of a game, or that's better than not having a game at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I would really like to see him just be like, just even the CEO just come out and say, hey, here's a demo. This hopefully will tide you over for another year or however long it takes, XXXXX date. Here you go. Here's some stuff you can at least do and see how the game looks, and then we'll come out with it. That's what I think they should do. But, whipping up a demo at this point in time might not be the easiest thing. But I would really like to see him do that, because then it's like, hey, we put something out for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy what we're doing, and if you enjoy it, you can understand why we're waiting. That's what I really think they should do, in my honest opinion. But they're not going to do it.
Now that you bring up demos, do you think demos are like a thing of the past? Do you think they even, like, what's a demo anymore,
What's a demo?
Yeah.
I still think demos have a place in the game market, even if it's something random. Everything has to have a demo. If people can't test how your game feels, why are they going to buy your game?
Mm-hmm.
I can see, because it usually comes out for console then PC. Me included, and most of my friends still have like GTA 5 pre-ordered for PC because we've played it on console. It's like a big demo, I don't think demo should be like this huge fiasco. I think it should just be like, here's one level, try it.
Mm-hmm.
Every game I've ever seen had some kind of demo, be it a few trailers, an interactive trailer, a one level at least. Like Call of Duty trailers are like half a level. That's like this, like half.
Yeah.
And then that's all you get. But it's at least something you can see how the game feels,
Well, do you think nowadays, I'm not trying to cut you off, but do you think nowadays with all these broken games that people are complaining about and everything, do you think there should necessarily be a demo with every game, just in case, like a big game? I'm not talking every game. I mean like AAA, like, for example, Metal Gear Phantom Pain. Do you think there should be a demo for that? Do you think there should be a demo for Uncharted 4 when it comes out? Do you think there should be a demo for Quantum Break? Those type of games.
Yes, and I only say yes for the fact that, again, I'm sticking to the fact that if people can't see how the game plays, or at least how the game engine runs, or, something like that, even if it's, like, you can move around a world and push boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Simple demo. It doesn't have to be super cool, like a tech demo. I've seen tons of tech demos, and they're awesome, because every tech demo I've ever seen, you can actually put stuff in and fiddle around with it. You can see how the game engine reacts to different things.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't say like every game should have one, like every people should just have a demo. But I do think that bigger title games, Halo, Uncharted 4, Thief, the tier below top tier should at least have some kind of a demo. Be it you can just walk around a building, at least just an engine demo. Like, I know Unity Engine 4, when it's coming out, they've already released tech demos. They've already released tons of demos for it. Developer demos, tech demos, it's tons of stuff. And people are going nuts over it. But at least just something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do agree.
What do you think, Rinpoche? Do you think they should have demos with a lot of these games nowadays, being the case that people always find them broken and stuff, or no?
Yeah, I really do think they should. I mean, they could simply do what Xbox used to do with their arcade games, which is like, if an arcade game just dropped, every arcade game, I don't know too many that didn't, you could just download the trial, and all the trial really was you downloaded the entire game, and it was just a point where it just stopped working, and it said if you want to play the rest, you need to buy it. And when you buy it, they just give you the code. I mean, it just unlocks itself, and you can play the rest of the game. Now, for these bigger titles, I know like they take up much more room, but let's say you're heavily interested in Mortal Kombat. Let's say you never pre-ordered it, right? And the PlayStation 4 downloads pretty quickly. Let's say you download the full game of Mortal Kombat, lets you play with Sub-Zero and Scorpion, and you can play as much as you want. I mean, after playing it, especially if all you want to do is just get a gist of what it plays like, go ahead, just buy it, unlock it, bam, you're ready to go. They could do stuff like that, or like the PlayStation 3, if you have Plus, there are certain games you could download the full game or download certain parts of the game. You can play an hour of it. They could do stuff like that, but they're not because, honestly, I think because they make these broken games, and if you don't know it's broken, then it's not. If you knew it was broken, you probably wouldn't buy it. Or if you knew it was messed up, you probably wouldn't purchase it. So they wanna get your money before you even know what the hell you're buying.
Yep, I mean I agree with that. I think games need demos. I do. I think it would help a lot. Like I don't know why they don't do that many demos like they should. But that's just the way the industry is. I know we are getting a lot of betas now. That's a good thing. Like the Battlefield 4 beta, the Evolve beta.
But a beta is still a demo it's just a different mask on it. It's still a demo at the end of the day. But even if it's like a beta, like an Uncharted 4 beta, I mean, even though it's Uncharted 4, there can still be a beta for it, It would still be a demo, but you could just slap beta on the end of it and no one know the difference.
Well, yeah, it's true. They're about the same. Yeah, okay. Other than that, I guess we'll go into the whole, So Uncharted 4, before I leave this whole thing, my whole thing about it pretty much is I don't think it's a good thing. I really don't. I think Sony really needs to figure something out. I don't think it seems like they're really betting on third party. I mean, it's okay because there's a lot of third party, but I'd like to see some reason why I bought the PS4, which gives me a reason, why I picked the PS4. What's the main reason? I hope it just isn't third party, and we're going to be waiting forever for exclusives. But other than that, any of you? Now, you guys say you played Grand Theft Auto 5, the heist. Did any of you try that?
No, I haven't tried it yet. Every time, I don't know if it's an issue with last gen because I'm waiting for it to come out on PC, but I have it on last gen. Every time you try to download the update, it just freezes my PlayStation. So. Oh,
so you're having issues getting the download? Okay. Yeah. Mabry, did you try it or no?
I don't have a PS3 anymore or a PS4. I'm a strict PC gamer, but I do remember having some issues with GTA 5 when I did have my PS3. It could just be a small bug that the networking engineers overlooked, but it could also be an issue with PSN's own network with actually sending you the update. Because it's not Rockstar actually downloading it. Rockstar sends PSN the update, and then PSN sends it to you. So there could be a link broken somewhere in that chain.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The update for me took forever just to get that. It took like 3 hours to download. Then it downloaded. I played it 2 days later because that's when I got around to it. I haven't done like a big heist yet. I've done the first one where the two-man heists were, and I thought it was kind of cool. It's what I guessed. If you played the single player and you did the whole heist thing in the game, how you have to get it prepped and everything and go find a car or go do this, that's basically what you do on the heist. Like, I'm doing that right now. I'm getting, like, prepping for a heist. I guess how they did it was you find a mission, like go get the school or the inmate bus, and you go do something else and you put it all together, and I guess you go do the main heist. That's what I'm assuming. I haven't reached that part yet, but I did the first heist, I guess what it was, which you didn't have to prep or nothing for. You just go rob a bank and you get into an armored car and a helicopter, like army helicopter, picks you up, and that's it. And so far what I played, it's good. Was it over a year wait worth it? No. But nothing's worth the wait when they said something was supposed to be out that long ago. I don't think anything is. Just being honest. Have you seen any gameplay from the heist at all, either one of you guys, or no?
I have. I mean, honestly, my interest just 100% went down since I say like a couple of months after the first release on last gen consoles. I just stopped caring after a while. Like really, the only reason I'm buying it on PC is just because I have friends that really want to play it, and I'm probably not even gonna get it day one. I'm just gonna wait for a sale or something. I have really no interest to really play it again.
It's fun. I'll say one thing. I've been playing it. It's fun. But like I said, is it worth the wait? No. Because nothing's worth the wait when they said it was supposed to be out a year. Like, how long has it really been? Was it a year and a half? A year and 2 months? Well, it was a while ago, right?
About a year and 2 months.
Yeah, so it's a long wait for something that should have already been out, But overall, it's not bad. If it would have came out with when it was supposed to with the game, it would have been awesome. It's actually pretty cool, but it's just like what I expected. It's the same type of shit as what you're doing in the single player. It's the same thing. It's no different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen people streaming that a lot. Everybody seems to like it, so it is what it is. Jay I'm trying to get him in. Grimpachi, I put the link to this podcast in your Google Hangouts texting thing, whatever they call that.
Yeah.
Can you send him the link? I don't know how to get his name. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
I sent the link to the podcast in there, but my computer runs so slow, I just can't find it, and it won't find him for some reason. But other than that, I'm trying to think of anything else that has gone on. Have you guys heard any new news that you want to talk about or anything? Or maybe have you anything going on lately? What have you been playing lately?
I've actually been playing a game called One Finger Death Punch. Basically, it's one stick figure in the middle, that's you, and you press your right and your mouse button, and you punch either which way an enemy is coming. And
okay.
I'm going to play it here in a minute, so I can just pull it up in this Google chat thing.
Okay.
Because I love this game. It's like the best game I've played in a long time. There it is.
And you're a PC gamer, right?
Love PC.
Okay, cool.
Let's see, where's stream? Screen share. One Finger Death Punch. Here you go.
That's pretty cool, man.
Okay, no, I don't want full screen. No. Windowed. One sec. Having some technical issues.
Oh, that's alright, man. So you basically play PC, right? You don't have a PS4 or Xbox One or Wii U?
No, only because my PC wrecks every console, and I can get console games on my PC.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Here we go.
Now, you said something you were like you did game design or something, right? Or no? Worked on games or something?
I used to use the Unity engine, which is, it's an open source game engine, but it's done in a way that my expertise in computers come into play. Like, I'm a computer programmer, but I also do 3D modeling. And the way that Unity works is a 3D modeler for your actual designing of the levels, and you actually script it yourself, and that's where the programming comes in. So for me, it was naturally easy. It's like, I'm gonna play some survival here, and you'll see how much fun this game is. It's just so addicting.
That's pretty cool.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Bah. 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 It's so much fun.
Yeah, see, I've been thinking about getting into PC soon. I want to get an Xbox One, but like the way this generation is going, I don't see the reason to buy it. If I got a PS4, why am I going to go buy an Xbox One? I got a Wii U. Okay, so the only one I'm really missing to the home consoles is the Xbox One. But is the Xbox One, is there enough there for me to go buy an Xbox One when I get all the third party pretty much on the PS4? So I'm just going for exclusives with the Xbox One. Now, if I go to PC, I'll have all the exclusives that pretty much are on the Xbox One. Isn't most exclusives going to PC from the Xbox One, from what I can gather?
Yeah, I could have bought Ori today, but instead I bought Hotline Miami 2 on my PC. Ori
That's
and the
what I'm,
Blind Forest on PC.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, what's the point?
Yeah, I think you're probably missing maybe a Halo or whatever, but yeah, you're not gonna miss much. And then the other thing is, it's kind of sucks for the console guys. Is like I made a video saying, even if I get a PS4 or Xbox One, I'm not gonna buy Live. I can't pay for Live or Plus anymore. It's not.
Hmm.
It's just stupid, because I know what I'm paying for. I'm paying to get ripped off. And
Actually, fun fact about that. Sorry to cut you off, but Xbox and Microsoft, they are actually considering not having memberships anymore.
that would be great.
That is cool.
I remember reading this somewhere in a blog post that talks about latest news that Microsoft, with the release of Windows 10, is planning on leaving Xbox Live Gold free.
That'd be that would be good, because then that would force Sony to drop PlayStation. Stop making us pay for fucking. See, to me, this is stupid. There is no reason we should have to pay for online when we're already paying for internet. I'm sorry. That's why I don't buy games like. That's why I always I had friends that had World of Warcraft and all them games and EverQuest, but don't you have to pay for EverQuest and World of Warcraft to play even when you have online? Just like.
Well, I can explain the difference between that and like paying on a console. See, when you pay for World of Warcraft, there are admins and people. They're always on the server. Like if right now, if we were on the server together, right, and I noticed you were cheating, which is damn near impossible in that game, I can tell an admin you're cheating and they'll get you out of the game.
So yeah, that's cool.
Like you don't get like you're getting what you pay for. They make sure everybody's doing the right thing. People aren't being rude to it. There's people there on the servers just monitoring them. You know what you're paying for on that, right?
Oh, okay.
When it comes to Call of Duty, I could cut you out right now, David, and no one's saving you. Like,
yeah, it's like the only thing saving you is yourself.
You're just leaving or something. Like, there's nobody stopping you. And really, when it comes to that, like, you connect to Blizzard servers, and that's it, right? And it's Blizzard's game. When it comes to Activision, doesn't charge you to play Call of Duty online. It's really just Sony and Microsoft charging you. Because if I play Call of Duty on PC, I connect to Activision servers. I don't pay for anything. When you buy the game, you pay to connect to the server.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So, do you think if that is true, what you're talking about with Xbox, Microsoft giving up Xbox Gold, do you think Sony would be forced to give up PlayStation Plus?
Well,
I would say no.
The thing is that PS3 has been free ever since it came out. And that's what made it so enticing for me to go to PS3, was the fact that I didn't have to pay for that. But now with the PS4, they're bringing on all these memberships, and it's just like, why? You've been free ever since PlayStation 2 came out with internet services, And it was kind of disappointing, and that's kind of what led me onto PC gaming, was the fact that I don't have to pay for memberships. But at the same time, if Microsoft does let Xbox Live Gold be free, that would change the game so much, in the fact that the only difference between a console and a PC is the fact that a console is portable. I mean, yeah, you can get a laptop all you want, but at the end of the day, who's going to want a laptop for gaming? No one. Laptops just aren't meant for gaming, while an Xbox One can be unplugged and plugged back in wherever you want. It's portable. Mm-hmm. And the fact that it's not paid means that a lot more people can widely availably get it. And that makes me a lot happier as a gamer, and also as a tech enthusiast. That really makes me a lot happier.
Okay. Yep, that's cool. Yeah, that's news to me. I didn't hear about that. That's cool you brought that up. The PlayStation, what's one good thing about PlayStation Plus that I like is they are giving some good deals, but they could throw those deals there even without PlayStation Plus,
Well, that's how it was before. Like, Plus didn't have anything to do with online. It was just nothing but those deals and those games you got for free. That was pretty much it. I mean, like going back to your original question, I don't think Sony will change it. If Microsoft did that, I don't think they'll change it, simply because I just think their fan base wouldn't give a fuck. Their fan base will honestly just be like, "No, Sony, we want to pay," and they'll keep paying it. Honestly,
Yeah, you're right.
they'll just keep paying for it.
I think they would revert back to what they were doing, where their service is free. And I'm actually getting a Skype call. Let me hang up on this person. I think that they would revert back to a one second, a podcast. Okay. They would revert back to their older system where it's free for online gaming, but then they would still have that service where like you pay so much a month or so much a year, but you get news. You know, you get news feedback, you get the deals, you get all the stuff that it used to be. So.
Mm-hmm. See, like this month with PlayStation Plus, we got 4 games, which was awesome. I have to honestly hand it to Sony. They gave us Valiant Hearts, Oddworld, that skateboarding game. What's the name of that? Grimpachi, do you know it? Ollie
2.
Yeah, that game, and one other one, like a Counter Spy, I think it's called. I think. Okay, that wasn't bad. You know, that was cool for PlayStation Plus. Actually, 4 games. So I can't sit here and say I'm getting totally ripped off for, you know, PlayStation Plus, because I do find, like, I got on there with their flash sale, I got Dragon Age for $34, and I get a lot of other deals, so I always buy digital games. But would I still take, like, if that was to go away and me just not have to pay for online to play online and all that and to use party chat, I would not care. I just go to fucking Best Buy and buy their little discount rewards thing and go with that and buy physical copies. I don't care. I mean, that's the only thing I'm getting from PlayStation Plus besides, you know, to play it with people. That's the whole reason I buy PlayStation Plus, so I can get in, you know, play games with people. That's the main reason, not the sales. But the sales to me is a bonus. But if I don't have to pay for playing with people, that'd be great.
So Dragon Age was $34.35 on PS4 with Plus.
Yeah, they had it was $34, and then I could have got the other edition. I guess the one with everything for $44, I believe.
See, that's interesting because that's if you have a Plus membership. That's just in general. It was for everybody.
I think you needed a Plus membership. I don't know because I always have PlayStation Plus. So
see, the weird thing is like that same deal was on Xbox, I believe, and you needed Live or Gold, right? But that same deal was also on PC just for free. You know, that's where like it was same as that deal. You get it for the same amount of money for free. Like you don't have to have an extra service to qualify for the deal. You know that you know I play on both. I play on both consoles and PC. I play on multi-platform owner. But that sometimes makes me scratch my head because if I want to get this awesome deal, I have to pay over here just to get the deal. Compared to over here, I just get the deal because whatever. Like Titanfall's DLC was absolutely free on Xbox and PC. Now on Xbox, was it free because you had gold, or was it free just because it was free? I don't remember. But I know on PC. It was just free. Every last piece of DLC is free. So
yeah, I got they do other, like they had what's that new Zombie Army trilogy or whatever it's called. I got that for cheap because of PlayStation Plus. They always put different. They had Far Cry 4 real cheap. They have a lot of deals. Like you get games. That's what's good. Those flash sales that they do are really great. Like, I have to give it to them. But I don't know if you have to have PlayStation Plus to get them or not, because I always have PlayStation Plus. So I'm assuming you have to have it. Right now on their discounts, I don't think it's really that great right now. They're selling Hotline. Yeah, Hotline Miami. Instead of $14.99, PlayStation Plus members get it for $13.49. Saints Row, which is normally, I guess, $50 at the store. I can get the whole Saints Row remastered with Gat Out of Hell for $34.99 on PlayStation Plus. They got a bunch of indie games. That's basically it right now, and a bunch of the other ones are just indies, but those are the main games. But every now and then they have like a really good sale. And another thing they're adding now with PlayStation Plus is that whole like they're adding TV shows. Like they got Powers right now. that new show Powers. You get to watch the first episode for free. But I don't. Yeah, you have to have PlayStation Plus to watch the show Powers. So they're trying to add TV into it now too. So.
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
What's up, Jacob?
Hey,
I
not much,
hear.
man.
Right now we're talking about PlayStation Plus. Mabry said that there is a possibility that Microsoft might be dropping gold and just letting you have it free. You don't have to pay for it no more. And we're talking like, what would that do to PlayStation? Would that force Sony to drop PlayStation Plus and you can just get it for free to play online?
I did a video on this not too long ago. I think Xbox won't do that for the consoles because that was the original, I guess, contract. If you think about it, because once you buy the console, it's kind of like you agree to the terms. So I don't see them doing that because that's kind of like the bread and butter in a sense for that particular platform. If they do that, it's putting pressure on Sony to drop it on theirs as well. You know, it's almost like a given is going to happen if Xbox does it. But I think that the main thing that some people are missing is that on the for Xbox Live on PC they try to charge PC players. PC players wouldn't pay for that. You know, they don't want to do that because there's no service on PC where you got to pay for it to play the games, you know what I mean, besides MMOs. So that's so before on the PC side they tried to use it, didn't work, and all of a sudden they got rid of it. So I don't know why it's news now when it wasn't news then, but I can see Microsoft maybe trying to do that, but I don't think they are though. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. If anything, we'll hear about it in E3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
my opinion. So so in a nutshell, I don't think they'll get rid of it because you know it's income coming in. You know what I mean? If people now if they start seeing a decrease in people renewing their subscription, then that's probably when they're doing something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not. Mabry just told us about it. Well, I don't know if Grimpachi knew about it. I didn't know about it. I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, for the PC side?
No, he was saying actually they were considering also dropping it for consoles.
I just heard Xbox Live Gold being free.
Is there? You have a link for that?
It was in NCIX Tech Tips thing. NetLeague Daily.
Yeah, because I watched the show. I watched their the show on YouTube. I never heard him say that before.
Yeah, it's in one of their newer episodes. I'll find it real fast.
Yeah, but
I can't remember if they say it's for consoles as well, but I do remember hearing just Xbox Live Gold being free.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Just that
has
sentence.
For free.
Let's find out.
And other than that, Jagot, we talked about Uncharted 4 being delayed, and we talked about Mortal Kombat and what possibility we talked about the whole collector's thing, if it's worth it, the different versions that they're selling in the game, and pretty much we talked about all the guest characters that there possibly could be. You know, we talked about Jason Voorhees and which ones they like, Predator and Spawn. Some of the people are speculating lately to be in it. That's what we were covering so far.
Yeah, for the Uncharted 4, because I know Grim just got finished platining. Which one was it? 2 or?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah. So, to me, the only one I actually beat all the way through was Uncharted 1. 2 and 3, I'm like halfway through. I'm halfway through the game. It's like I don't have much to. I don't think I have much to go off of on that game, like to complete it. But it being delayed, it's a good thing, really. I mean, I'd rather have a game that's delayed, done right, than be delayed and come broken. Granted, it already happened with Drive Club. They delayed it for a whole year in this.
Okay, here we go.
I guess it's still broken. I don't know, but look at Halo Master Chief Collection. From what my friend has it's still not working right, and that game should have been delayed, but it wasn't. You know what I mean?
So but don't you think they should announce these games when they somewhat got them done?
Yeah, they should. I mean, like, cause it's weird, cause you only hear about delays in video games. You don't hear about movies being delayed.
No, you don't.
Yeah, like you never hear about cars being delayed. You know what I mean? and like let's say if you having a house built, it's probably delayed because of weather. And that's like an obvious thing, right? But like, you only hear about things being delayed in video games. Like, don't set dates that you can't achieve. It's just that's just something.
It's almost like they weren't ready for this generation. Like Nintendo with the Wii U, they're sure as hell not ready for games. Like they're always like fucking taking forever to do something. Mainly because third party's not there. That's the one good thing about third party. With third party there, these delays can go on. Yeah. But if the third party wasn't there, Sony'd be fucking shit out of luck this year.
Yeah, because I know they have some unannounced, because well not too long ago they released that huge list, right, of games that are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they have quite a bit of games coming out. I think a lot of people are looking for those big AAA games, but
they're not here. They're not around no more, I guess.
I saw a video from Big Cheese, and I've been feeling the same way. Really, I mean, I'm not a AAA like go-seer, I guess, when it comes to video games. A game comes out, I like it, I'll buy it, AAA or not, you know. But a lot of the AAA games, developers haven't been delivering. It's the indie games that have been freaking smashing it.
Oh yeah, well, I'm not a big fan of indie games, but now I'm starting to change my whole thoughts. Me of all people, I don't care for indie games. Like that Ray of the Dead looks really cool. I think that's an indie game that they showed on the PS4. It says in the coming soon. It looks kind of cool. I mean, what else do you have to look forward to? So I got to get into indie games. I bought this $400 system, I guess, to play indie games now. I don't.
Well, it's the indie game developers that are actually delivering games. You know, you know, like they're getting, because I think they may have more pressure because this game right here that they're releasing is like their chance. You know, is to either to succeed or fail. So like Helldivers. I think the game, for what it is, the game's pretty damn good.
I shall be right back.
That game's good. What other game I played that's
I don't think that's indie though.
Helldivers?
I think it is.
Because I think the people who made that they're with Sony. They made Magic, didn't they?
Magic.
Yeah, Magic was I believe they made some game called Magic.
Helldivers. Let's see. I'll see if it's in the game.
I think it might have been Magic. I don't remember.
Well, those guys. They're from the PC side. Then.
Hold on, Helldivers. It might be. I mean, I don't remember it. Arrowhead Studios. Yeah, I think Arrowhead is a Sony. Yeah, they made Magic. That's a they've been with PlayStation, and they made Gauntlet.
Yeah, I think Grimpachi's right because I didn't see it in the indies section. Yeah, Sony Computer Entertainment of America. Yep.
Well, Sony bought into them, but since Sony bought into them, does that make them AAA or?
I get. I would.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, what makes it indie is like what makes them indie? Like Child of Light would not be. No, it's not the budget. Nah, not the budget. Because you can be an indie studio and have a gigantic budget. You know what I'm saying? Indie just means you're independent. There is no corporation backing you. The only thing that may be backing you is the people. Like you got your stuff funded or you funded it yourself. You know, it's all about that. So that's what makes you indie.
Yeah, I understand that. But okay, I completely understand that, and I know where you're coming from. It's just that I guess you could say the studio is not huge.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the studio ain't really known for. They just made Gauntlet recently on PC, and I think it came on consoles, I believe. But they're not. Yeah, they're not huge or anything.
Like The Order's an indie game, right?
Technically, I mean.
I don't know it. I don't know if Radiodon is an indie because Radiodon used to just all they did was make ports.
Well, they did the God of War on PSP.
Yeah, they made those, but.
Well, I could have sworn I saw an interview with the Radiodon when I watched them talk about just their backing and stuff. It said they're an independent developer. That's what the guy said comes out of his mouth. You know.
I mean, people because what's the boy that made BioShock? I'm not trying to make this a long-winded conversation, but the guy that made BioShock, he said he wanted to make indie games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Keen Levine, what is his name? Kevin
Levine.
Yeah, like okay, look. Unless he's funding it himself or what, that's not gonna. Whatever game he's gonna make, that's not gonna be an indie game. He's gonna make he said he wanted to make a game with like he did back in the day, where it was a smaller studio, where it wasn't like a corporation. So that game probably would be considered independent. You're right, but knowing him, he's gonna have some backing by some corporation.
Somebody, right?
I
Yeah.
have returned.
Yeah. But anyway, Helldivers, David, if you haven't played that though, you might want to play that.
Yeah,
Is it good?
It's good.
Yeah, basically, it's okay. All in a nutshell, I haven't played it with Grim, but I played it with some friends of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, couch co-op. I played couch co-op with my friends last weekend, and you gotta play together as a team because friendly fire is on all the time. So if I get in a mech suit, I can step on you and kill you in the game. Grant, I can bring you back. Yeah, I can bring you back, but it's straight teamwork. You gotta work together, like straight up.
Well, I've been playing solo the whole time. Like I've only played online like a couple of times with randoms, but even solo is friendly fire is on. So like if I throw out my own turret, my turret can kill me.
Yep.
Or my bomb. Well, I mean, you would think my bomb could kill me, but my bombs or anything could kill me. You could fall off the map. You wouldn't think you could, but you could fall off the map in the game and everything. The game isn't for everybody though. It's very challenging.
So what is it? Please explain what Helldivers is to people that are watching that may not know, and I don't know what it is. So what is the game?
It's a top-down asymmetric twin stick type shooter game that you mostly just most the missions I've done so far is pretty much like turn on this turret or activate this shield or destroy this nest of bugs or stuff like that. You're online. It's not always online, but you're online, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're fighting this battle. You're on Super Earth, and you're a human from Super Earth. You go to different planets fighting these different aliens. There's 3 different aliens that you fight, and every time you beat a level or win a match, your progress goes to the World Wide Web of the humans beating the other creatures, right? And then at the end of like a week, you get some type of crap. You just basically, it's just a game. It's kind of repetitive, but it's so challenging and fun. Even though I've done like the same mission like a good 10 times by now, it's different every time because I don't know. You gotta have your game face on too. You can't just play that game and say, "Oh, I'm gonna play Helldivers today," and just lackadaisy. No, you gotta be focused and you gotta be ready to play and strategize. Like it's really fun.
Oh, okay. So, see, I was talking to David Maddox, and I think we were talking about Helldivers. So I was telling him about another indie game when I bought the Zombie Army Trilogy. They have another game called A White Knight. I don't know if you guys heard of that. And it looked kind of cool. And then we were talking about Helldivers and White Knight, and he said, just wait, man. He's like, I wouldn't buy them. They'll probably most likely be on PlayStation Plus before you know it. You know.
He has it. So.
Oh, so yeah, David bought it. So
yeah.
So he's telling me to wait. But okay.
Yeah. Like just to piggyback on what Grim said, like if you play Dead Nation, it's like that type of view, that type of top-down shooter style of game, and like you said, you can kill yourself in the game. You can fall off cliffs. The enemies, because like even on playing the game on easy, like because like each planet has its own like level cap, I guess. There's like they call it walk in the park or dive in the park. There's very easy, medium, hard, probably some harder than that. So even on
goes up to level 12, I believe, of difficulty.
Yeah, even on easy. Easy's not easy.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. Yeah. Especially if you're by yourself, it's really not, because you get a swarm of those enemies coming at you, and you got to reload and stuff like that, and like sometimes you run out of ammo, and you got to call for new ammo to come, to come get you. And also, Grim probably missed this out. So when you got to activate a node or even call out a torrent, ammo, a mech suit or whatever. You gotta hold the L1 button, the L trigger down. No. L1, you hit it, and then you gotta hit a sequence of arrows, like
a cheat code, like from back in the day. Yeah.
Yep. So if you mess up hitting the code in, you gotta start all over again. Sometimes you need that stuff like right now. So it could be in a heat in a moment where the swarm of enemies kind of calm down a little bit. And you may need something real quick, and you're like in a hurry. Try to get the last button command in there. You mess up. and the swarm's coming to get you, you're out of ammo. It makes the situation more intense. In other words, you know what I mean? Because you try to hurry up and get things done.
And see, I've been playing mostly on the Vita, so my controls are. I play it on the PS3 and Vita because if you buy it, you own it on all the systems. On the Vita, what is it? The reload button is the back touchpad, which I mean, I got used to it. So, but it's not gonna feel comfortable at first. You're gonna be like, this is retarded. Like, but after a while, you get used to it, and I've been whooping ass solo, for the most part.
Yeah, I play on my Vita on my work, and I play on my phone when I get home. But yeah, it's pretty good, man. It's pretty legit. I mean, especially for was it $17? Well, it's $20 for 17 if you're PS Plus. It's worth it, I think. I mean, it's fun. It's different.
I think they brought the price up to 20 now. I think it's $20. I might possibly get it since you guys said it's good. Now, another game I never played that I've been interested in. You've been playing it. You said Grim Hotline Miami 2. Is that a good game?
Well, I have the first one. I absolutely love the first one.
What is it? What can you compare that game to?
Oh, that's like a top down. It's a top down. I wouldn't even say it's necessarily. It's a top down murder simulator. If everybody that was complaining about what's the game that's coming to PC only now? Hatred. Hotline Miami is no better. Hotline Miami is actually worse. Like in Hotline Miami 2, like this isn't a spoiler or anything because it happens like in the beginning of the game. Like you literally see someone getting raped. Like it's worse actually because I think in Hatred all you're doing is just killing people because that guy just wants to kill people. That's just what that boils down to, and I think that's all you do. In Hotline Miami, there's a lot more in play, and it seems to be a thicker plot. And that whole game, like the first time you play through the first game, you're going to be confused. You're going to be like, why in the hell is my character doing any of this stuff? And you realize why he's doing the stuff he's doing. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun game. It's a great game.
Okay, so do I have to get because right now they got Hotline Miami on sale for $13.49, and I kind of want to get it, but Hotline Miami 1 is, I think, hold on, let me look. I think it's like $10. If I get Hotline Miami 2, did I have to play the first one?
To understand some of the plot, yeah, you are. But to enjoy the gameplay,
basically the same game? Are they basically the same game, or
gameplay-wise? Yeah.
Okay, so it is a good game. What can you compare it to, though? Like, is it like a Grand Theft Auto type game, or like?
The best thing I could compare it to is like the old Grand Theft Autos, like the top-down ones, I guess.
Oh, okay. All right, but it is worth buying, right? You say? Okay. All right, because that's the type of game that I'm interested in. I always like games like that. Like I like movies and all that stuff like that. But I'm possibly gonna get that actually tonight. That's cool. Other than that, the only thing I can mention with all these AAA games that we're not really seeing, and which I saw a video from my buddy, the Real Gamer 27, he was talking about all the remasters compared to actual AAA games that we got so far this generation. He says it just don't add up. You know, like now you got like Borderlands, you're getting 1 and 2, and you're getting the pre-sequel. I forgot what they're calling the game. I think it's called the
Handsome Collection.
The Handsome Collection. You just had what's another one that you just had come? Saints Row 4 come out. You had that one fighting game where it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, but it's based in Chinatown or something. They remastered that. I can't think of the name of it. There's a lot of remastered. That's what I'm trying to say. Are you guys okay with all these remasters? Is this what would you rather have these remasters than nothing? I guess.
For me, I've made videos about this before, and the only reason why the remasters it's not even really an issue anymore with me. It's only because when it comes to wanting a next-gen machine or thinking about getting one, it's not enticing when majority of the games I can buy on machines I already own. You get what I'm saying? But I've seemed to not care anymore because I'm leaning further and further away from buying a next-gen console in the first place. So it doesn't even really matter at this point for me. But like I always say, remasters and all that stuff aren't bad as long as it's not done in the beginning generation. Like if this was like we were 4 or 5 years in deep you guys wouldn't care if they remade like any games because you got so many new games. It's like whatever. Like sure, remake a game here or there. But in the beginning, nah, you don't want to see too many of them because you're going to keep scratching your head like, well, especially if you didn't trade anything in from last generation, you probably own all that crap.
Yeah. Well, I think Resident Evil Remake was one of the top-selling digital games.
Yeah, that's
Resident Evil Remake.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a little fine, but you know, they take it a little overboard with some of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to me, I think it's better than nothing because to me, it don't seem like they were prepared for this generation at all. I think these consoles were released way too soon because now they're having all these delays, and I just don't think. And watching with the Wii U, Nintendo were definitely not ready, especially when they lost third party. So, what do you think, Jay Gott? You think they pretty much what's your whole feelings on like all these remastered games just keep coming, and would you rather have these or nothing at all? Pretty much what it seems like. Or are you there, Jay Gott?
I think he's getting his mic together.
Yeah, he's getting his mic together. What about you, Mabry? What's your thoughts on remastered games, and like pretty much that's what we're getting a lot on consoles. You said you're on PC, I know that, but
I used to do a lot of, console gaming, and remastered in terms of like remakes.
I'm talking about like Last of Us. I'm talking about I'm trying to think. You got Borderlands coming now. You got, let me see. You got Master Chief Collection. What's some other ones that were remastered? You got Devil May Cry that was just remastered. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them when you think about it. I mean, I just can't, off the top of my head right now, I just can't place them all. But Real Gamer did a video and named all the remastered games and compared them to actual AAA new games we're getting, and the remastered just overshadowed them,
You got Tomb Raider and stuff. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, Tomb Raider definitive version. I mean, like, would you be happy not having these games? Like, them not working on these games and maybe trying to put more time? I mean, how long does it take to make a remastered? Was like 6 months? I think that's what Real Gamer said in his video. I think that was The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. That was like 6 months to make or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, in terms of remastered, you're talking just remaking it, I think is what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
I could see 6 months, because if you're working on material that's already there, it's just retexturing and remodeling. Mm-hmm. Simple enough. It wouldn't take that long. And I think that remastered games are a great way to bring classics back. Like Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition, I loved. I loved it because it was the game that got me into gaming in, modern generation technology, game engines. Mm-hmm. And just being able to play it in a way that feels more modern was amazing. But at the same time, I don't think it's a great investment. I think they should work on furthering the game stories if they could. If they can't make a remastered edition, bring them back. Like, that's why they did Metro Last Light Redo.
Yeah, that's another one. Metro Redux. That's another one.
And I played it.
Sleeping Dogs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sleeping Dogs is okay. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if there's an opportunity to further the game series, do it. Take every opportunity to do it, because no one likes playing the same games over and over and over and over again. Make something fresh.
Yeah.
But if you can't, I can see making a remastered edition. Oh, and also I found the post about the Xbox Live on Windows and stuff. So what it is Windows 10 is going to be having Windows or Xbox Live built into it. Mm-hmm. So basically, it's like the Xbox 360 dashboard on Windows 10, but it will be free on Windows 10 PCs and phones. That's where the catch is. So for consoles, it will still be paid, but for Windows 10, which I have and I love it, it will be free. So you can access your friends, message your friends, talk with them in parties. That kind of stuff is what I'm inferring. will be free. Xbox Live Gold will be free on Windows 10.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that includes like parties, messaging, maybe games. I'm hoping they include games on Windows 10 because I know that the code is a little bit similar. So I'm hoping they could just port it over, and that'd be really awesome. But that's where I think that's going with.
Okay.
I finally remembered my 360 account password, so I finally was able to get back on my old Xbox Live account. Yeah.
Yeah, my whole thing with remasters, a lot of these games I missed, last generation, like Sleeping Dogs. What was some of the other ones I never got to play Borderlands, so
Fun.
I don't care, it's fine with me. I'd rather have them than nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm okay with it. It's I like the PS4. I play it I got the Wii U and the PS4. I play that more than anything. Will I get an Xbox One? How this generation is going compared to PC? Like PC. I think PC just seems a lot more appealing lately. What I've been hearing about it compared to consoles, but I do like my PS4. Even though I don't have much games coming out, I love my PS4. All my friends are on it. I'm not a big person. I never had the pleasure of being on a PC and seeing something all maxed out or anything. I've seen it at friends' houses and they got to play, but it's different from actually owning it to just glaring at it at somebody's house. So I'm good with the PS4. My next move will be PC. It will not be an Xbox One.
Yeah.
So, yep, that's basically all I got tonight for this podcast. Unless you guys want to add anything. Anybody else got anything else they want to talk about?
Nothing really. I mean, have you seen the new NVIDIA Shield console?
Oh well,
I'm looking into getting that.
Well, I've talked about this on Brimstones.
And I had a huge discussion about it.
What's the whole? I don't play PC or anything, and I don't understand these Steam boxes. So when you guys when we were talking about the NVIDIA Shield.
Okay.
I don't understand it. So.
Okay, I hate to interrupt you here, but I actually have the NVIDIA Shield tablet.
Oh, okay.
Literally, this is the same thing as the NVIDIA Shield console. It's just this is shoved into a box that can sit on your desk.
Okay.
The only difference is nothing. The NVIDIA Shield console will have an Android OS. It will have the ability to stream your PC games, which is like the best thing ever. I do it all the time. It will have the ability to use the NVIDIA Grid, which for people who don't know, it is a service that allows you to stream games. Like I'm going to connect to my Wi-Fi here.
Okay.
And it will load up Grid. And Grid is a service. See, there's a bunch of games that just streams a game directly from NVIDIA servers directly to your tablet in a lag-free manner, and it works beautifully. The difference is your internet speeds. The NVIDIA Shield console is no different. What you get is basically something like this, except it's on NVIDIA's brand. This is not NVIDIA's, this is mine. You get a controller, you get a remote to control it, and you get the, of course, Shield console. That's it. It's like $200, but there's always a catch. It will be able to play Crysis 3, Borderlands, GTA. All these AAA titles are going to be ported over to Android. And it is effectively a console when you get down to the basics.
And you can run them at max settings, right? Is that what I heard?
Because it's all rendered on NVIDIA servers.
Testing.
We hear you, Jay Guy.
Okay, good.
And
so in your opinion, if I was to go buy this new NVIDIA console coming out, would it be worth it if my internet's fast enough?
If your internet is, right now as it sits right now, my max internet speed is 5 megs per second, and 5 megs per second, as you know, is like a little lower than normal. Average is like 10 megs. If you can at least bust 5 megs per second, I can guarantee that your gaming for streaming on Grid will be 720p at 60 frames. I do it all the time.
Okay.
If you can
So-
manage that,
Testing from my PlayStation 4 right now, my internet speed with the Ethernet plugged in is 29.8 megabytes. I guess that's what's called connection speed of download, and upload is 2.8, sometimes 5.
yeah,
Is that
Which
good
is-
enough? Or
which is effective. Like, as it sits now, you do need to get a good router, though. Your router does need to have some requirements. It needs to have the 5 gigahertz band. It does need to be updated to newer stuff. But if you can at least just get 5 megs download, 10 megs is the recommended, 5 megs is minimum. If I do a speed test on my tablet, which I want to do right now anyways, you will get no frames. Like, you'll get 1 millisecond frame drop. I mean, just amazing connection. See, I'm gonna connectivity to.
does mine run it with 29.8 Mbps? Is that what it is?
Second,
It
yes.
should be fine.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
you'll be fine. The trick is that if you're doing an Ethernet connection, you'll be even better because you won't have any Wi-Fi interference. So you won't get random stutters. Like, as it sits, and for some reason I can't show details. Okay, so right now as it sits, I'm not connected to my 5 gigahertz band on my router. I'm connected to normal. As it sits now, bandwidth is 10 megabits per second, which is amazing. Required is above or below 4. No, wait, above 4. Yes. Frame loss percentage 0. Jitter 7, which is below the recommended, and ping is 3 milliseconds. If I connect to my 5 gigahertz band, all that cuts in half. And if you can do that, you can game amazingly. The service is not for everyone, though. It is not like an everyone can connect to it thing. It does take time to connect to it. It does take time, and it does lag, But you can play games like Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, Dirt Showdown, Borderlands, Metro Last Light Redux, just all these game titles.
So from what I'm understanding, the grid service or whatever it's called is like PSN? It's like something like that? Like where
It's closer to Netflix.
Okay.
You can just stream a game and play, and it saves all your data on their servers, so you never save. It automatically saves data. So
how's the pay for this? Like, do I have to buy each game I stream, or is it a service, or?
It's a service. It will be paid per month. It is not released how much yet. As it sits now, it is free. It sits free right now until the console comes out, which I think is soon, maybe, but until June, it is free. We don't know how much it costs, but what they have released is there will be a 720p basic version, and then there will be the 1080p premium version. What I'm guessing is it'll be closer to around Netflix's, like $12 a month-ish, is what I'm kind of estimating. For unlimited games, you can stream any game on the thing. 720p is perfect. It's just perfect. You won't notice any difference between 720 and 1080. If anything, you'll notice better connection from 720p.
And these games will look better than my console.
Yeah, because they're streaming even at 720p or 1080. They're streaming the game at ultra.
Yeah, they are completely maxed out because their servers are literally just blocks and blocks and blocks of like GTX Titans, which are the highest GPUs on the market. It is just rows and server racks full of them, and you'll have your own high-end computer basically to yourself. It's just one for you. It's awesome, and so you'll get all your games rendered completely maxed out ultra. It's amazing.
And you gotta also remember, it's also an Android console, so you can still go to the Google Play Store and play Android games and stuff. So you can still play just stuff off the machine, and you can also still get emulators. So I know you like Nintendo games, David. Dave. So how would you like it? You just emulate them. You don't have to buy them from Nintendo anymore. Just emulate them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Run
off the
nice
machine.
things about this is that you can do that, and then the better thing is the controller is literally the same thing as an Xbox controller. It connects through Wi-Fi, so you will have zero lag in your controller. It is $200 as it sits now, which is an impeccable price at the moment. It is just a great deal. You get a controller, tablet, or not tablet, console, remotes, like everything for $200. It's an amazing deal. If you're going to choose between a PC, console, or that, I would choose PC first. If you can't get that, then choose the NVIDIA console over a normal console, because the NVIDIA console is literally one giant Android console. It's awesome. It's beautiful. You can even hook up a keyboard and mouse to it, and Android OS comes native with a
slow clap.
Oh no, I'm
Oh, I thought you. Oh, I thought you were.
No, no, but no, that does sound cool, and I think that will probably give some competition to consoles, won't it?
It's already giving competition with the NVIDIA Shields, mainly because of that game streaming technology.
Now you got the tablet. I can get the tablet and do that too?
Yes, and I love the tablet for that reason. Because it's a 7-inch display, which is perfectly big enough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I do it at night. Like, I'll play my games on my computer at night, and I'll just stream them over to my tablet and just play away. And you know what? In fact, I'm gonna.
How much was your tablet?
$300.
Oh, that isn't bad. And if I went and got that tablet and I have an internet, I'm good?
Yeah. As long as you have a router that supports it and internet speeds that support it, you will love the shit out of it. Like, I'm going to connect to my 5 gigahertz band.
What kind of router do I need? I got a Netgear router. I mean, I'm not familiar with all that stuff. Like, this is a...
You don't need a super expensive router. I got my router for $30 at Walmart. As long as it has a 5 gigahertz band, you'll be good.
I got the Netgear. What the fuck is it? It's a dual band router. A 4
It's dual band?
Yeah.
You're already good to go.
Okay, so I got it's a good router. Yeah, I paid $100 for it at the time, $100. So, I mean, I'm sure it's good.
All right, so right here, I'm gonna play some Dead Island. So I'm actually loading up Dead Island right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's gonna load up, and I will show you when it loads.
And you can play that with your controller?
Yeah, and speaking of controllers, it also works with Bluetooth controllers. So if you get this one, this is actually the Moga Pivot controller. I love this thing, just because it can hold your phone. So it's like a little NVIDIA controller. I love it.
So I can play that. So I can play it with PC people on that thing, or no? Is that what it is?
You can stream your PC games to it.
Oh, okay.
And which effectively, yes, I play Battlefield 4 on it sometimes with my friends.
With the controller or mouse and keyboard?
The controller does actually, because when it connects to your computer.
No, I'm asking you, do you use your controller or mouse and keyboard?
Oh, yes, I do use my controller. I can hook up a keyboard and mouse to it.
No, I'm just thinking, because with a keyboard and mouse on PC, well, using a controller on a PC game to pay that one, you're gonna get murked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, that's.
You usually want to use a mouse and keyboard with that game on PC.
Yes, the only thing is that with a keyboard and mouse, you need a USB port hub, and that can be confusing sometimes to connect to your tablet. And so I just say screw it. It's quicker just to flip a switch and let it connect.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Just kind of trying to differentiate. Because I heard Dave say he's gonna try to dive into PC or.
Eventually, I'm thinking of getting one of them instead of going with an Xbox One. Because I'm gonna try the Xbox One. Actually, like my first full experience one will be tomorrow. Because I'm watching my nephew and my brother has one, and I'm just gonna play his. Me and my nephew will play his, and I'll finally get to use the Kinect and all that bullshit and see if I even like the thing.
The Kinect sucks.
I want to try the whole thing. Like I want to see what the whole thing is all about. Like he's got a bunch of games for it. He's got Rise, he's got all that shit, and I just want to see what the Xbox One's all about. Like fully get to play a whole day with it. So that'll be cool.
All I gotta say is this to that. I don't have an Xbox One though, but just comparing the PC to the Xbox One, by the end of this year, Windows 10 is pretty much gonna almost nullify having the Xbox One, because I think a lot of their, I guess, quote, exclusives are gonna be on both, so they're no longer being exclusive. So as I mentioned, your PC can do a whole lot more than just play games. I mean, playing games is just something it can do amongst everything else. But just to give you a heads up, if you're gonna play first-person shooters, learn how to use that keyboard and mouse.
Nah.
Because if you use that controller, try to play like Battlefield or COD or whatever else, yeah, you're gonna get murked, man.
I mean, honestly, it depends on the game because I play older Call of Duties don't work at all well with a controller. But if you play Advanced Warfighter, I think actually Jay got Advanced Warfighter and Titanfall. It almost feels like aim assist is on when you plug in a controller.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm so serious. Like it feels like
It turns it on.
I think it turns it on because when you're like in Titanfall, I know like when you're moving around, you know, and you're almost about to aim on somebody, it does that thing where like it slows down for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does that shit. And then if you aim down sight, it locks on to people.
Oh wow.
So, I think it turns on aim. Depending on the game, it'll turn on aim assist. I mean, I've been playing Payday 2 with a controller just because I don't feel like using my keyboard and mouse. But that's against AI, so it's a little different.
Yeah. Also, too, just what Grim was saying, Dave. If a game, most games have control support, so your controller can be plugged in as well. As soon as you like move the mouse, the game recognizes the mouse and keyboard. As soon as you hit a button on the controller, it recognizes both. So it's not something you got to decide in the beginning of the game. You can do it right in the middle of the game. It doesn't matter. So.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you feel more comfortable using a controller, playing the game, fine. You know what I mean? But like some games, obviously, you need to use mouse and keyboard. You know.
We'll see.
Like some like MOBAs or RTSs, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What's really cool is though that the tablet, or not just the tablet, but just the Shield in general, the controllers can be mapped to on-screen controls. So if your game does not support controllers, you can just map it directly to the screen.
Oh wow!
And effectively, any game can be controlled. Like I do it with my Minecraft. I do it with some other games that can't support controllers. It's a little buggy on them sometimes because it'll recognize things wrong. But in the long run, if like your emulator, for example, doesn't support a controller, which most of them do, you can just have it put every control on the screen and make a mapping for it, and there you go. You're playing away.
Hey Nate, I have a question for you then. What do you think about that Steam stream box they're gonna make?
Don't get it.
And wait, you tried it already, or what's
just don't get it.
Talk about the Steam machines and stuff.
Yeah, just.
No. Not the machine. The little stream box they're coming out with. It's
Just don't get it. If you're wanting to do that, just skip the whole thing and get a Chromecast.
They play my Steam games. So do you have a TV? You know which device I'm talking about, right?
Does he have his headset on anymore?
Like King, you know which device I'm talking about, right? That little like it's.
I don't know what you're talking. I'm assuming you mean like it's just a little box that stream, like you can stream your PC games to it and play it off your TV.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what was your question? You were saying like, should you skip something and just get that?
I was asking like, what does he think about it? Like.
Oh, I mean, until you just mentioned it, I never knew of that. I mean,
yeah, I don't know about
that's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, but you know, Steam. Well, you could do it with all your PC games, just Steam games you can stream to.
Well, it streams the games off your PC, so whatever you have in your Steam account. So, you just play it. Basically, it allows you to play it on a bigger screen. In essence, and it's 1080/60 already right out of the box.
I mean, well, you know, Steam does that already. So, I mean, I don't know how useful that would be.
Yeah, well, it's for $50. You know, I wasn't planning on getting it. I was just kind of just asking them. You know, just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want my opinion on it, there are other services and options out there that do the same thing. My tablet, for example, does the same thing, and it does 20 times more than the stupid Steam box. For $50, it's not a bad deal, but at the same time, you're still not getting a full $50 out of it, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
but you're able to play your games on a different TV. I mean, I guess that's like the plus of it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's for everybody. Obviously, it isn't. But I just kind of like just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I mean it's a cool concept. Many things have already tried to been done to do it, but just
In other words, Grim, to put it in more perspective, it's like having the PSTV, but instead streaming your games from your PlayStation and streaming games from your PC. That's pretty much what it does.
Mm.
So,
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
yeah, it's supposed to come out like later this year. I mean, $50 is a good price, but I mean, I don't know. I was just throwing it out there. I don't know if you guys knew about that or not.
I mean, I don't know about any of this stuff really. I'd know more about it if I knew more about PC. I'm kind of lost in all this stuff. That's why I ask about it.
Yeah, hey man, PC is a wonderful thing. So is consoles. Don't get me wrong, but once you start gaming on PC, you're like, damn. Been missing this.
Yeah, that NVIDIA Shield tablet and that new thing coming out seems very interesting.
Yeah. I don't know what cities it all works in though for the NVIDIA Shield. I don't know. I don't know if that's nationwide yet.
it is.
Oh, okay.
It is. Is it nationwide?
It is.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't too sure if it was.
Right now, as it sits, the NVIDIA Grid service is only in the U.S., but when it actually launches, it will be done nationwide. As it sits now, they're planning on going nationwide. Come on, load Metro. But as it sits, yeah, right now it's U.S. national, but they're planning on expanding when it actually launches and releases.
Yeah. Ideally, yeah. Makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How's it going, Brimstone? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening. I just barely woke up just a minute ago or so, and I jumped on some Google and I saw this, and I was like, oh, all right. So
glad to have you.
So thanks, man. So we're talking about that NVIDIA Shield, and looks
Well,
sounds like streaming in general. So
well, we talked a little bit about everything tonight. Well, not everything, but Uncharted and all that. Now we're on to the NVIDIA thing. This was like the last thing of the night.
Check it out.
all right.
Oh,
Okay, so to Jay Got, to answer your question about that, I think it would be worth it for people that aren't tech savvy and streaming and homebrew. As of right now, there are free applications you can get for your phone, and if your phone has an HDMI cable to it, you could just take like the screencast or whatever. You can find it on the Google Play Store for free. Run that app through your phone, and you'll have your a wireless connection from your phone to your computer. Then you can just take that HDMI cable and plug it in and do it that way if you'd like.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you can do it, I'd say go for it that way. But if you can't, and you just $50 is $50, I'd say go for it.
Yeah, I mean $50 really isn't a lot of money. I mean,
no, not really.
Yeah.
No.
It is. I mean, even $100 is not a lot, but I do understand what you're saying. Yeah, the thing is, for the phone wise, I have an iPhone, so I'm all appled out.
Oh, he got the closed off communist phone. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I have it for one of one reason. It's mainly just family, because everybody else in my family has one. So.
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of helps out.
Also, I got the Shield streaming finally.
Oh,
That's
wow.
cool.
And it is. I mean, it effectively streams pretty decent.
That's pretty cool.
Playing
Glad
some
to
next
hear
week,
you're
bro.
enjoying it, sir.
Oh, I am. I'm gonna play it while I talk to you guys.
There you go. Streaming in general, though, honestly, I don't see the point in it unless you really, really want to. You know what I mean? I don't know about you guys, but on PC, I'm a huge RTS nerd. I play a lot of Total War. I play StarCraft. I play Age of Empires, and Warcraft 3, of course. And playing that from my bed. That just doesn't sound right.
Get away from me.
But honestly, though, that would be kind of cool. I mean, I'd say go for it, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
Especially if you have family members and they're curious about it and they don't want to touch a PC, or you don't want them to touch a PC, that's even better for you on that standpoint too.
Yeah. You think streaming would end up being the I guess the future?
Yeah, I do. My opinion.
About 5 or 6 years ago, I would have said no. But as of right now, unfortunately, it can be. It has the potential. Meaning, so like DJ the other day brought it up to me that not this DJ, another DJ, told me that a lot of ISPs are raising their prices and upgrading their internet regardless. So that's something to think about. You know what I mean? I think they're trying to catch up to the standards so that way streaming can be the future.
But
I think
the problem is,
The ISPs are like a damn mafia. Man.
They're a joke. Yeah, they're a joke.
Yeah.
But the thing is they're getting a lot of heat from all the big corporations right now when it comes to streaming services like Hulu, Netflix. From what I understand, so even Sony and Microsoft is throwing their hands in at going at them. So, you know, you never know, man. You never know. It's a possibility.
Yeah, because I have a couple of friends that work for AT&T, and of course, you know, to me, it seems like they're damage controlling for the company they work for, which is cool.
Of course.
You know, but at the same time, but at the same time, you know, they spoke from a business standpoint and a consumer standpoint. Because I told them, I was like, well, AT&T, don't they focus on telecommunications? I mean, why? You know, they're telecommunication companies first. Why is it that the telecommunications that we get as consumers is so outdated? It doesn't make any sense. To me, it doesn't make any sense as a consumer. So, you know, they're telling me it takes a lot of money to get anything started. I get that, you know what I mean? But the payoff, you know, from the maintenance side, it costs a whole lot less because using fibers versus copper, it costs a lot up front, but it's less for, you know, it costs less down the road because you can do a whole lot more with less equipment. So they're telling me that they're starting to roll out, you know, newer equipment that's more up to date, I guess, or more modern. But I know the FCC just had they're finally ruling on everything, and the document just came out. But I saw on NCIX that it's like a 400 page document that tells, you know, the whole legal part of the FCC stuff. So,
network neutrality, bro.
Yeah. So the net neutrality would in our favor as a consumer, though. But I don't know what it is on paper that they can and cannot do. You know what I mean? So hopefully
they pretty much made it to where they could no longer do fluctuation caps. A lot of companies do that. They don't even put that in your contract now. Where they'll sit there and they tell you, oh no, this is your cap for the month, and then they'll sit there and they'll change that cap to by the next month for something lower based on how much you use. And then if you go over that, you have to pay X amount. Floating caps have been a problem, actually, a big issue. And I hear that they're trying to get rid of caps altogether for everybody.
Yeah, I'm like, why do I need a cap? Because I asked my friends, I go, why do I have a cap? I mean, how do you run out of bandwidth? Where's the bandwidth bucket at? You know what I mean? So where's the stuff at? I go, how you run out of bandwidth? I go, if you run out of bandwidth, there's something wrong with your company. I go, you know.
The companies actually go through the main corporate.
Yeah.
And that's who delegates where this imaginary limit comes from. You go over to like the UK, there is no limit at all. You fucking do what you want to do. And that's where everybody here wants to be at, is screw the caps, screw the bull crap. I mean, there is no limit, and that's the funny part. And they're just trying to make more money off of you. And a lot of ISPs right now are double dipping because of the whole Netflix and Hulu thing. So I got that going against us too.
Well, are they still charging Netflix, or is that going to come to a stop because of the new ruling?
I think it's going to come to the stop because part of the thing that I read of that document, they were talking about they're no longer allowed to charge you if you go over your cap.
Mm-hmm. That's good information.
So part of the stuff that I read, and that was off of the main site, they had the first part of it up. A friend of mine, Frankie, linked me to it, and I was reading it, and almost 9/10 of the stuff that people were like worried about, you know, oh my God, you know, this is gonna be for the corporate. No, actually, it's actually for us, and we won a lot off of this ruling. So hopefully,
Yeah,
we can get somewhere in the future finally.
yeah, because how am I supposed to know I'm going over the cap? Because there's nowhere on Uverse's website I can check my cap. So like, just going, and just going off anything else, because I download games off Steam. I mean, that's how you pay PC games. You download them. Granted, you can try to buy them through the store, like get a hard disk, but like I'm here for convenience, So
Mm-hmm.
so to me, downloading these games, well, these games aren't like 500 megabytes. They're in the gigs. You know what I mean? And then
Mm-hmm.
how do I know I'm going near my cap? I can't even check it anywhere. I know how many minutes I'm using on my phone. I know the data I'm using on my phone, which is through.
So wait. Your internet's through your phone?
No. AT&T does my phone, and I have Uverse for my home, which is from AT&T.
Oh, okay. So you're not sure how much what your cap? They never told you, or
there's nothing there. Like I can log into my Uverse account, and it won't tell me nothing about how much data I'm using. But on my phone, I can see how much minutes I use, how many people I text, how much data I used on that. But why can't that same stuff be used for residential use at home? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know, but I'm glad I never went with AT&T now.
Yeah. So I'm not worried about going over a cap. I really don't care, because I don't do anything on the internet to abide by that. I guess. Yes, I'm on Netflix a lot, but that doesn't really go over or whatever though. But if there's no tool for anybody to monitor how much data you're using, and then how can these companies just say, okay, you went over? It's like, well, where is it saying that I'm going over? You know what I mean? Where?
There is a way you can monitor that.
But you gotta buy extra hardware to do that? Like you should. Like you should be able to go to the company's website, log into your account, and see it yourself. You shouldn't have to.
Yeah, I have Suddenlink, and they provide that whole entire suite for you off of their site. They'll tell you where you're at for your lifetime use. They'll tell you your week to date. They'll tell you months. They'll tell you years. I mean, the whole 9 yards is on your account. Yeah. I'm surprised AT&T hasn't done that yet. That's really strange.
No, it's not there, bro. I look.
No, I know. No, I'm just saying that's really strange for AT&T. Like AT&T is like a huge like it's pretty known. It's a household name. You'd think that they would make sure that their customers can see where they're at. That's probably just another way for them to get money off you. That's all.
Oh, no doubt. But we're going way off game topics, but
right.
Yeah, but hey, it's all in the same, I guess, the same thing, right? But but yeah, oh yeah, Dave, to answer that question you asked earlier about remasters, when Graham was talking, I just remembered when the remastered version of God of War came out, 1 and 2. That didn't come out until years after the PS3 came out. You notice that?
Yeah. Well, I think it's because the reason we're getting like Borderlands and Sleeping Dogs and Metro Last Light and all these remasters is because they don't have nothing to give us.
It seems like, like Grim was saying, it wouldn't be big of a deal if it was like 3 to 4 years or plus after the launch of the console. But this stuff was like within the first, few years. Like in other words, if it was the child would be still crawling around. These consoles can't even walk on their 2 feet yet. And already we still got all these remasters. The only remaster I bought was The Last of Us. That's the only one I bought. I got a plan on. I don't want to buy anything else. I'm waiting for some stuff that's new coming out. I don't know if you consider Final Fantasy Type 0 a remaster because it never came to the States on PSP. So even though it is a remaster, but it never came over to the States. So I don't know if that will fall in the same category. You know what I mean? But that's the only game I'm getting that's, I guess, a quarter remaster, but it was never a worldwide release.
Honestly,
I don't really count that. But yeah.
Honestly, when it comes to the remasters, I mean, it could be because they don't have anything to give. But honestly, I think the companies aren't stupid. They're like, hey, all they're basically giving you guys is the PC release on your console and call it the definitive edition, and maybe give you a little extra. Because I used to tell people they're like, Tomb Raider on the PS4 and Xbox One, it looks better, and I'm like, no, all they did was change Laura's face and give you some extra costumes that we didn't get. Okay, they just ported the game over. That's all they did. And you look at something like Sleeping Dogs, which is weird because Sleeping Dogs, the original copy on PC, looks and runs better The Definitive Edition is also on PC, and it looks worse. I don't know why, but it seemed like almost like they scaled it down, then released it, and they called it Definitive. It doesn't even make sense, but they're not dumb. They're like, okay, it costs probably next to nothing to remake the game or just to port it over, slap a new name on it. Because what, DMC, that's the PC copy, barely runs at 60 frames because it keeps dipping. And what, they give you a lock-on system, a couple of extra modes that the PC version is probably going to get either through someone modding it or through a free update. It costs them nothing to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're gonna keep doing it.
Capcom needs to do whatever they can do to get some money, I guess.
Yeah.
Speaking of them, well, it's not even them though. But has anybody heard any new news on Mighty Number 9?
Nope.
Nope, they've been really quiet.
It's supposed to be this year, right?
It's supposed to be.
I don't know. Ever since the whole GG thing, they've fucking been really quiet. Like they've they haven't talked to anybody. So
maybe a good thing. Maybe. I mean,
yeah, it could be. It could be a good thing. Yeah. I was looking forward to it, but from all my friends that bought into the they got into the Kickstarter and they got the beta that they launched this past year or whatever. They said it was really easy. Like they said it was like ridiculously easy. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that really, because like from the videos and stuff, it's like even the developers are like, oh yeah, this is much more difficult. Everybody else that I've talked to so far has said it's extremely easy. So I don't know.
I think I'll still get it because just of who's behind it. I mean, it sounds kind of like strange. I mean, I've liked Mega Man. I played it back on Super Nintendo and Nintendo. X was my favorite one. I beat that game I don't know how many times. But I think I'll still support it because who's behind it. But Mega Man never had a difficulty level, right? It was just like, here it is.
Yeah, they've always just made it really well. They made it. That was their thing, is they made it like their Mega Man series one time, and that's all they needed, and it was perfect. So.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I got to definitely check it out. But
I hope it's good. I really do. I want that game to be successful because I want to see another Blue Bomber to hit the shelves and be a hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No doubt on that. But
so.
Well, I guess I'm going to end this podcast. We can talk after this. I mean, it went on a lot longer than I thought it'd go on, but it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Thank you, as always, Grimpachi, for joining.
No problem, and buy Payday 2 when it comes out on console.
All right, thank you.
easy for $5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I have to.
Thank you, Mabry, for joining. I hope to have you come back, man. Glad to have you on the podcast. Unless he fell asleep. Oh, there he is.
Goes off there.
All right, thanks for joining us. Thank you, Jay Gott, for coming in, as always.
No problem, bro.
And Brimstone, as always.
Absolutely. It was like the last minute thing, but whatever. It's all good.
Until next time.